Hey guys, and welcome back. If you are new here, thanks for dropping by. We are Trekking with the Castros. We are a homeschool family with 4 kiddos who takes you along for as many adventures as we can. We have a deep desire and passion for traveling as a homeschool family. So that is a little bit about our channel. But today I want to share with you what our top habits for a happy homeschool is. Now, we have for our home, have learned these over the past 7 years as being a homeschool family. So let's dive in. First one would be stick to a routine. Now, we don't stick to a schedule. We stick to a routine, a general overflow of our day, which really sets us up for success. Now, my parents and our friends know that from, let's say, 9 to 1 or 8 to 1, 9 to 2, whatever it kind of looks like, that general buffer zone is our school time. So I'm not going to be on my phone. I'm not going to be answering the phone. I only answer my phone for my husband because we run a business together, and sometimes he checks in on our homeschool day and the kids. Other than that, I'm not answering the phone. That is our sacred homeschool time together as a family. It helps us for better consistency overall, that we kind of know those few hours are for our family to get most of our curriculum done. The second thing I would say would be quiet time. Quiet time is a big one. We do it in the afternoon. Usually it is lately it has been, we do our school day, we do our lunch, we do our outside time, and after dinner, maybe they watch a movie. Or in the afternoon between the hours of sometimes between 2 and 4, not for those 2 full hours, but sometime between that hour block of 2 and 4, they have quiet time. Whether that each day looks different. It might be a YouTube quick extra video on what they're learning in history that's pre-approved. Maybe it's reading time. Maybe it is a learning game from the game closet. Maybe it is a puzzle or coloring or writing. It is something that is quiet time that mom gets laundry or something else done that needs to get done and can kind of mentally decompress before we roll out the rest of the evening time. The other tip for a happy homeschool would be a reward / spur of the moment. Sometimes we give out stickers if you've done well. Sometimes we do like a special snack if you've done really well. Sometimes we do spur of the moment, like, hey, let's get this done, and we're going to go and check out all the supermarkets in our area for Asian foods, or European supermarkets, or a Middle Eastern supermarket. So we do some fun spur of the moment, quick little in-town local trips that we do as like a reward system, because we use that from our grocery budget. It doesn't cost us extra, and the kids have a blast learning about different cultures and something fun. And a quick side note on that, a lot of the European grocery stores, or like other European grocery stores, don't allow some of the added ingredients that America allows in. So a lot of times you can find healthy alternatives to candies and snacks and other things that are not allowed that America does allow. So it is a win-win for both of the kids and the parents. So we really enjoy that. Another thing would be to make sure that mom is ready. Whether that looks like showering before school, drinking your coffee in peace and quiet, getting the schoolroom ready. Maybe you need to get all the kids' school stuff for each student ready. We don't necessarily do that sometimes, but whatever it looks like to make sure that mom is ready is going to make your day run smoother and make not only your day happier, but your kids' homeschool day happier. And it is a huge difference in our house to make sure that mom is ready and equipped with what she needs to have a happy homeschool. The other one would be making sure that the littlest ones are done first. Little ones, obviously, the smaller you are, the smaller your attention span is. We roll through littlest first, and we work upwards, right? So the older kids are doing things that they can do on their own, and the littlest ones are being done. So that way, when I'm working with the older kids, the little ones can just play. We usually have homemade Play-Doh or coloring or puzzles, or again, the learning closet. A lot of our like preschool, pre-K, we did My Father's World, so it came with learning games. So those are things that we rotate and that we have that they can do. So that is essential to having your homeschool day run smooth, is that the little ones are occupied and they're doing something maybe worthwhile that can also double as learning along the way. Another one would be never do school on an empty stomach. Everybody knows that kids that are hungry are somewhat of, it's just difficult. It's all around difficult. But also for us adults, nobody wants to do things when they're hungry. That's why the term hangry was created. Don't expect your kids to have a good attitude. Don't expect the adults to have good attitudes if people are on empty stomachs. So whatever that looks like for you, have a well-rounded breakfast and then start. If you're doing school a good bit after breakfast, maybe have like after your most challenging subject, maybe stop and have a protein snack. Eat some almonds and cheese, eat yogurt and granola, eat a protein bar, have a protein milkshake or a smoothie with kale, whatever that looks like for your family. Protein muffins. Just make sure that the little ones or your kids have a good protein and are not hungry. And if they tend to get hungry a lot, throw in some healthy snacks, and that makes a world of difference during your homeschool day. Another tip for a happy homeschool would be being present as a mom. So for me, that looks like putting my phone away. I actually put, since we just switched from, my husband and I just switched from an Android to an iPhone. I know we're behind the curve on that one, but we put it on Do Not Disturb. And my phone does not ring usually. So I usually keep it in our schoolroom, but I keep it on a table away in case my husband calls. Other than that, I don't doom scroll. I do not keep it. I only have it for school purposes, or if my husband calls and has a question or is checking on us. Because sometimes it's a much needed break when dad calls on video and all the kids get to see, or he's calling to check up on attitudes or do a little parenting. But it is a lot better, a good habit, that mom is fully focused and present and does whatever she needs to do. So if that means making up an extra hour earlier so you can doom scroll, then do that. But being present as the homeschool parent or whatever you are, grandparent, friend, cousin, mom, whatever. Just being present and not irritated or distracted goes a long way. Another thing would be, that might even be like just enjoying a cup of coffee or tea of your favorite. Maybe throw on some calming essential oils on your wrist or behind your ear. Burn a beautiful candle in the room. Whatever it needs to just calm you down and be present makes a difference in the atmosphere. Another thing would be let some things go, right? Enjoy homeschool. Sometimes we say, all right, let's get this done early and we're loving learning about Vikings. Let's go find a YouTube video about historians with building Viking houses. How did they used to cook in the colonial days? Whatever we're learning that we're interested in, sometimes we just go do it. And then after we use the YouTube video, we go outside and we replicate it. There is freedom. Just sometimes you just have to let it go. I personally am not good at that. So it's something that I have had to learn and grow with. But also the other day, we just went and played in the mud. After doing our lesson, we played in the mud. And that is something that a year ago I would never have let my kids do. But my kids had a blast playing in the mud, and it was so good. And they're not asking for TV. They're not asking for electronics. They are enjoying being a child. And sometimes we just got to learn to let it go. It will be okay. They are learning. They're with you, Mom. And it's going to work out. And that is something I have had to learn, but has made a huge difference in our homeschool turning to be happy and not as type A. We got to just get it done. So that is something that has been beneficial. And I would also say, like, know your why. Why are you choosing to homeschool? Why did you and your husband choose to homeschool? Why is your family homeschooling? Why are the reasons that you've done this? What are your goals? Have that clear and share it with your family. Share it with your kids. There's a great book that says, Mama, Why Am I Homeschooled? That's a great book. But we are very clear with our kids as the reasons why we homeschool, why we choose this, why our family looks different than some of our other family that we know, you know? Why do they look different than their cousins and aunts and uncles? There are reasons, and I think it's important to share this with your kids to give them a sense of like understanding, to set them up to be able to have a strong faith as to why they believe what they believe, and to know that creating lasting memories is crucial. And to be spending this much time, like I think I saw the other day a fact that says people that go to school, they spend an average of like 13 and a half hours with their kids, but parents that homeschool, the homeschool parent spends on average of 77 hours a week with their kids. That's an incredible difference. Parents that work are wonderful parents. It is not a knock to them, but our family is blessed and happy that we have taken this route. And so we want our kids to know why we chose this. We want our kids to understand that why these decisions are important, and to be able to hold their own and to be proud and happy of the decision that we have made, and to also make it their own. And our last habit of a happy homeschool that we have learned in these 7 years of homeschool is to just be flexible. Being flexible is sometimes really easy for parents, and sometimes it's not. For me, it's not. Just remember that we are homeschooling. So while we do have a routine, some days it's okay to be flexible. We are not a traditional school. We are a homeschool family, and we have the freedom to be flexible. Throw in a field trip that's extra. Throw in a reward, extra little like go-to thing. Go to the park, be flexible. Have a rainy sick day. Have a rainy movie day. Be flexible and enjoy it, because go to a mushroom farm. Go foraging in your state park. There are so many things, but the freedom to be flexible is why so many people do homeschool, unschooling, world schooling, and it's beautiful. Just remember that while we are teaching our kids, it's okay to have some flexibility, because that's the beauty of homeschooling. So we do have a routine, but we do remember to be flexible as well. I hope that any of these pretty much 10 reasons I've kind of rifled off can help your family to create some of the habits of a happy homeschooler. And I'm so glad that I got to share mine with you over the past 7 years. So thank you for watching. Bye.